The year is 2025. The world watches, holding its breath as the conflict in Ukraine grinds on. What began in 2022 has become a grim fixture of daily news. The fighting has escalated, claiming lives and reshaping the geopolitical landscape. The human cost is staggering, a tragic tapestry woven from the threads of displacement, loss, and shattered dreams. The eyes of the world are fixed on Ukraine, watching as a nation fights for its very survival. The implications of this war extend far beyond Ukraine, sending shockwaves through the global economy. The conflict in Ukraine is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. The people of Ukraine deserve our unwavering support and solidarity in their fight for freedom. Kursk. The very name evokes images of a bygone era, a distant echo of World War II's titanic clash of steel. Today, Kursk is once again a crucible of conflict, a focal point in the ongoing struggle between Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian forces, fueled by a fierce determination to defend their homeland, have launched a new offensive in the region. Their goal is clear: to liberate territories seized by Russian forces and to push back against the invaders. Every victory, no matter how small, is a testament to their courage and resilience. But Russia has dug in deep, determined to hold on to its gains. The stakes in Kursk are high for both sides. Here, amidst the ruins of a once peaceful region, the fate of Ukraine hangs in the balance. Inside Russia, the war in Ukraine has cast a long shadow over everyday life. The once unthinkable has become the new normal, as the conflict grinds on, month after agonizing month. The Russian people are grappling with the realities of a war that has brought hardship, uncertainty, and a profound sense of unease. The BBC, in a recent series of interviews, captured the raw emotions of ordinary Russians struggling to make sense of the conflict and its impact on their lives. "I just want the war to end," one woman shared, her voice heavy with weariness. "Prices are rising. We don't know what the future holds." The war has exacerbated existing economic anxieties, with sanctions biting deep into the lives of ordinary citizens. The cost of basic necessities has skyrocketed, leaving many struggling to make ends meet. Yet, amidst the hardship and uncertainty, there is also a deep sense of patriotism and a belief in the righteousness of Russia's cause. The war in Ukraine has not only exacted a heavy human toll, it has also dealt a severe blow to the Russian economy. International sanctions, imposed in response to the Kremlin's aggression, have rippled through Russian society, disrupting businesses, upending lives, and fueling a sense of economic anxiety. The once mighty ruble has plummeted in value, eroding the purchasing power of ordinary Russians. Prices of essential goods have soared, leaving many struggling to afford basic necessities. The cost of living crisis is very real, a constant source of stress and uncertainty for families across the country. The Kremlin, in an effort to mitigate the impact of sanctions, has implemented measures aimed at stabilizing the economy. But the damage has been done. The economic consequences of the war are likely to be long-lasting, casting a shadow over Russia's future for years to come. Throughout the tumultuous events of the past few years, one figure has loomed large over Russia: Vladimir Putin. The Russian president, now in his 25th year in power, has steered his country through a period of profound change and upheaval. His leadership, unwavering and often enigmatic, has been both praised and condemned on the world stage. In his New Year's address to the nation, Putin struck a defiant tone, projecting an image of strength and resolve in the face of adversity. He praised the bravery and sacrifice of Russian soldiers fighting in Ukraine, hailing them as heroes defending the motherland. Putin's narrative has resonated deeply with many Russians, particularly those who view the West with suspicion and distrust. His message of patriotism and national unity has struck a chord, particularly in the face of what the Kremlin portrays as Western hostility. Yet beneath the surface of national unity, there are cracks appearing in the facade. The war in Ukraine has sent shockwaves far beyond the borders of Eastern Europe, reverberating through the global geopolitical landscape. It has exposed fault lines in international relations, tested the limits of diplomacy, and raised fears of a wider conflict. The United States, along with its NATO allies, has condemned Russia's actions in Ukraine, imposing crippling economic sanctions and providing military aid to the Ukrainian government. The West has presented a united front against Russian aggression, but the path forward remains unclear. The conflict has also highlighted the delicate balance of power in Eastern Europe, a region long caught between Russia and the West. NATO's eastward expansion, a source of tension with Moscow for years, has taken on a new urgency in the wake of the Ukrainian invasion. China too has been drawn into the conflict, albeit reluctantly. As the conflict in Ukraine enters its fourth year, the world watches and waits, hoping for a glimmer of hope in the darkness. The path to peace remains elusive, shrouded in the fog of war and uncertainty. Despite the bleakness of the situation, there are glimmers of hope. International diplomatic efforts, though faltering at times, continue in an effort to find a negotiated settlement. The resilience of the Ukrainian people, their unwavering determination to defend their homeland, serves as an inspiration to the world. Yet, the road ahead remains treacherous, fraught with danger and uncertainty. The economic consequences of the war, both for Russia and the global community, are likely to be long-lasting and profound. The conflict in Ukraine is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world, the shared responsibility we all bear for building a more peaceful and just future.